turn a little inside your body. Over and return a little. Not your shoulders, in your hips. You can't turn your shoulders more than your hips. Yes, got through there better, didn't he? He says, nobody's going to let me stop and talk. Yes. Good job. Yes. Yes, good. Yep. Keep looking up. Hand up. See, he died down on that because he got down on his shoulder. And there's a little dip there, so that really drops him under his shoulder. Stick. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Did you turn him around his haunches or around his shoulders that time? Pardon me? Down your shoulders, okay? Do you need a crop? Does that help with him?
I never use them on it.
Okay.
Just being really lazy.
Okay. So just breathe and exhale. Breathe and exhale. And find a destination. Is this typical of him to work for a little while?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know any circle.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
don't know any else split circles.
Right. Right. Circles are hard for the horse because they're a balance challenge, both left and right and forward and back, and they're boring. And like she and I mentioned earlier, school started, she hasn't been riding as much, so he's probably lost a little condition. Although he doesn't look saggy by any means.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let it follow, don't squeeze. Follow it, don't do it. Good job. Look at the difference. Can you feel a difference in your legs? Let him go ahead and stop. Let him roll his nose up here. When horses reach down and rub their nose, it's not an itch. They have acupressure points all around their face, and this helps muscles relax, and it actually aids in their thinking process. That's like when you do round penning work, you want to see the horse lick and chew. This is working on the same acupressure points as the lick and chew for getting them to relax and to be getting into it. So when you're starting something new, or when you're really in a training session and you're doing something new, if your horse wants to rub, go ahead and let them, but then as you're getting closer to into the show, then you don't. And when you feel that he's starting to do that, it's legs, 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 not your hands, okay? And if your legs just go, that's just fine, okay?
Yeah, I just sometimes feel like my
Yep.
legs aren't strong enough to
Yep.
do it.
Look at them. See, now we just, but don't move your hands, okay, because what you're doing is this. Okay, because you're unconsciously pulling on the reins. And I know you're trying to get him back on the path, but get forward motion first, and then put him back where you want him, okay? Because when he gets in that stalled out mode, you can't steer and go forward. So get forward and then steer. Look ahead, see your destination. Good job. Okay, bring him in the center and ask him to stop. Keep your heels back and take your tongue. Here you go, good. Okay. We're going to ask him to do that, turn around beforehand. Okay? And the reason we're going to come in and school it is because right now he's ignoring your legs. So do a little something that makes him wake up to the leg. If he doesn't know, it's making him wake up to the leg. Okay? Okay. So think about asking him to turn his lunges in that direction. Keep both hands because he's steady. Ask you this, and think in your mind, he's got to pick up this left hind foot and step over. Okay? Which right now is going to be a little hard, but that's when he has his weight up. So walk a couple steps forward and see if you'll fall more square. Line that down here. Good boy, yeah. Good. Ask for another one. Good, and then immediately walk forward. As soon as he takes a couple steps, walk forward. Okay, and then stop. Again. Good, and now walk forward, both legs. Good. He doesn't want to go forward from her leg. So right now we're unconsciously to him, getting him more responsive to the leg. And since going sideways with his hindquarters is more difficult than just walking forward, after she asks for 2 steps and then immediately asks for forward, forward seems easy. So he goes forward from the leg. So we're getting it back in his mind to go forward from the leg, it's easier. So bring him in and go the opposite direction. With the turn on the forehand. Yep, good. Another step, and then both legs forward. Ah, don't let yourself look down. Good job. Walk around, find some place to stop and do it again. And this also teaches the horse that just because we stop, I'm not getting off. So it does a lot of things. Be careful in this direction about turning his head too far, because then he drifts out with his shoulder. So you're going to walk ahead 6-8 steps to a place where you stop and turn him in one direction, 2 or 3 steps, and then walk. As soon as he turns and go forward a few steps, stop, and then go the other direction. Yep, okay, now walk ahead, look at the wall. Good, yes, good. And now stop. And think that you're going to turn towards that other wall. Good job, and now walk forward. Make sure you're looking up at that horse's head. Good. And breathe and say, good boy. So the minute you ask for forward, have a destination ahead of you. And if you're thinking about getting to the wall, think to the wall and turn whichever way you're going to turn. So he doesn't think you're just going to walk him into the wall. Which is that kind of funny like that. They don't like to run their heads into things. Stop. Next one you turn the butt. Yep, and now have some place to walk to. At least at that time I just thought I was going to hit my butt on that mirror. I was going to bump that other beautiful horse. And then walk ahead immediately. Good. Good. Do it a few more times until he stops arguing so much about going forward after he turns his butt. Now look at the wall, go forward. Good job. Remember, exhale when you ask him to go forward. Yeah, and be careful when you ask, especially in this direction, that you don't kink your side. Okay? It's not so much the strength as thinking, okay, I'm asking him to pick up his right hind leg and step over with it. Actually think about which foot, which hind leg you're asking him to pick up and move. There you go. Yes, ask him. Good job. For some reason, when we think about whichever leg it is we're asking him to move, they get the message better. with the reader minds, or it just puts our body in the better position to do it. You know, if it works, do it. Good. And then come down in the center or something and get one in the opposite, one or two in the opposite direction, and then we will let him be done. Now away from your left leg. Be careful about, don't stiffen this right leg and push it forward. Just stay sitting on your seat bones. Stay sitting back on your seat bones. Good. And kind of circle in and do another one in that direction. I'm gonna stop at a different place because he's got magnum on the brain. That's the other horse. Nothing forward and exhale. Yes, that was a good one, wasn't it? Okay, so now just ask him to stop and just, well, circle around and kind of stop up here facing this way. Do you have any little ahas or anything that you think is going to be helpful for you?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
say it loud enough that they can hear you?
Yeah, like when you want to extend the trot, just try to sit for a momentarily longer, and then your eyes just kind of.
Yeah, but hold the top a little bit longer, yes. Because what happens there is when you sit a little longer, your legs are telling him to push a little bit more, and as you hold the top a little longer, it allows him time to reach. And over time, practicing this, he'll figure out, oh, she stays, because when you come right back down, he of course wants to have that leg under him, you know, and have the next part of the stride happening. So if you're holding it a little longer, eventually he'll reach a little more.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. You were fun. You were a fun boy too. Yes, you were. Go ahead and loosen your girth on your hips. I've been walking around the arena once. And I just told her, loosen her girth a hole before she walks him out. When we tighten the saddle and the girth on the horse, everywhere where the saddle and the girth touches the horse, it compresses the surface capillaries, the smallest of blood vessels right in the skin. Have you ever sat on your leg and had it go to sleep? And then you stand up, the blood rushes back in, and it picks and burns. If we don't loosen the saddle and let that blood supply start to come in a little gently as we walk them around here, you can even rock the saddle a little bit to change position. When we pull the saddle off fast, that blood rushes in, and some horses get real defensive about being saddled the next time because what they remember about that saddle is it hurt when you moved it by it. So you can alleviate some of that.